And you mentioned obviously people wanting to watch that football. There was a point this week that the Marseille PSG game wasn't going to be broadcast, one of the biggest games in the seasons. But as you've said, it is a very short reprieve. This deal is only going to go until the end of the season. Canal Plus already own 20% of the TV rights. So by the looks of it, numbers wise, they're going to pay an extra 35 million euros to broadcast the rest of the season on top of that deal, which is already worth 330 million euros they're paying already. So, these broadcast rights are such a lifeline to these football clubs as well. And it's been such a tough 12 months, obviously, as we've heard, with football fans being able to be inside of the stadium. That's one revenue stream taken away from football clubs. So the actual broadcast revenue in leagues across the world is just so vital to clubs' survival.
What's your evaluation of what might happen longer term?
Well, do you know what? It's interesting how sport is being broadcast. We've seen the likes of Amazon, DAZN, Discovery, and a lot of these internet service providers, maybe like the Netflix as well, to throw in there, that are looking to take on these media rights. So it'll be very interesting when it goes to tender at the start of next season. I'm sure they'll start that process a little bit earlier. But, we saw last time the Premier League rights that went up for sale, that deal was slightly protracted because they didn't get the money they got the season before. So I think there's going to be a real art of negotiation between the broadcasters and the league. The league have obviously got a number they would like. The broadcasters have got a number that they wish to pay. So there's going to have to be a lot of discussion to meet in some kind of middle ground. And I don't know whether it's going to be middle ground or nearer more what the broadcasters are willing to pay. But as you said, it's vital for people watching the sport as well as the football clubs that need that revenue. I think looking at numbers, it's a 49% drop this season in income for top flight clubs in the French league. So it's a big blow.
We're talking here about the top league in France, but when something like this happens, what impact does it have on the grassroots game in the lower leagues in France?
Well, massively. In League Two, it's going to be a 40% drop in income for them. And obviously, clubs at that level, they are so dependent on lower league of having the fans in. A fan buys a ticket, they come in and they buy a program. They might buy something to eat or drink, or might visit the club shop. So actually, this broadcast revenue being cut back is just such. It's even more of a blow, because those last crumbs of money they were able to pull in from that deal make it incredibly difficult to survive. They're still paying players wages. They're still got an amazing support structure. All of these clubs that are in the lower league still have to pay wages of people that work in the offices, in the shops, in the ticket office. So this revenue is so important. And fingers crossed, listening to your previous stories about the vaccination, fingers crossed it won't be too long until fans can come back in, and hopefully that will ease some of the burden.